Hi and welcome back to my channel. So I'm coming back in with the Animal Antics one, and there was a lady that asked me what a Z-fold card is, so I'm going to do it on this video so that she can see. I did try to look up a name. I'm not sure if it's just a YouTube channel, but I'm going to call her Liz. So this is for you, and I'd like to say thank you for your support. It does mean the world to me. So this is the Z-fold card. So you start off with a 6 that way. It's 6 inches by 12 inches this way. Then you score it at the 6-inch mark there on your scoreboard, and then the 3-inch on your scoreboard, and then you fold that over like that. So it's like a easel card, but a reversed easel. So that would be the easel card that way up. If you're looking at it like that, that would be that way. And then you get another piece of card, so the same width, the same length, so 12 inches. And then you score in exactly the same way how you scored this one. So you'll score at the 6 and then at the 3, and then you do all your marks and your burnishing down, and then this goes the opposite way on the card. So you have your longer piece here, wherever you want it, in the middle, at the bottom, at the top. Totally up to you how you decide you want it. And then when it stands up, it's like that. So you will attach this bit to this one, and you attach the smaller section to the bigger part of the card, and like that. So that is what they call a Z-fold. So then when it folds down like that. When it stands up like that. So if you want it at the bottom, you just do all your mats and your layers on each part, this one and this one, and then you can have it up a little bit right at the bottom there, you can have it there, you can have it right at the top. So the choice is yours where you want to put that bit, depending on what toppers you're using, obviously. So the toppers that I'm using are Sending Smiles. So these are all like tiny, apart from this one here with the giraffe. And then all the other ones are little ones, so like these ones here, the sheep, the panda, the crocodile, the little turtle, the elephant, the duck and the hippo. And then you've got the little cat with the bird on its head, and then you've got the penguin with the bird, the giraffe with the bird, and then you've got all your sentiments. There's quite a few like smaller sentiments. So it's sent with love, best wishes. Little birdie told me you're an year older, and to her friend I'm always relying. Many happy returns, time to celebrate and have the best day ever. And then you've got the sentiment banner which says special delivery, Sending Smiles, just for you, go wild, and all the way along there. And then you get your 2 pieces of cardstock, although I think I might have when I was using something on another card, I think I might have used the sheets of cardstock that were meant to be for the other one for this one on another card. So we've got them 2 pieces there, which doesn't really matter because they all what do you call it, colour coordinate, so it doesn't really matter on the cardstock that you have. So that is the basis for the card. So then I need my trimmer, and I also need excuse me, some gold mirror, some bits and pieces I've got left over from doing my previous cards. So you need this piece here to be 2 notches under the 2. So this is for the bit that's going to go on the top, and then you need one bit that's 2 notches under the 6, Then you need another bit that's 2 notches under the 3, like so. So you'll have this one going across there, and then you'll have that one going across there, and then you need another bit for in there as well. So that's another 2 notches under the 3, and this might just be big enough. So that is that bit to go onto there and there. And then obviously you need your main bits as well. So you're going to need another piece of gold mirror, and you're going to take that one to 2 notches under the 3. I'm hoping this is wide enough this way. To 2 notches under the 6, which is just about. And this is for this bit. Just move that to the side. So that's going to go onto there. And then you need to carry on going. So you have 2 pieces of that one. I don't know if this is going to be big enough. It might be. A push, maybe. Let's have a look. Let's do it this way first, and then I can check. If not, we can just get another piece of gold mirror. It's a tad smaller than what I wanted on that side. So I'm just going to grab another piece of gold mirror if I can get this out. I don't think I've got any big enough in my bit box, which I'm going to fan out the way. Oops, and I knocked it over. Nope. Don't have a bit that's like 6 all going to fit on there, so I'm going to have to get another piece of gold mirror out. Just grab a couple while I'm at it. Oh look, we've got a bit here. A bit that I cut off from another card that I did. It was too big to go in my bit box, so it went back in with my other bits of gold mirror. So then that one goes there. It should be, let's have a look. Should be 2 notches under the 6 both ways. Looks a bit big for some reason. There's 2 notches. Just a sliver too big. That's a bit better. So then I need another bit that I said before, which was going to be 2 notches under the 6 again by 2 notches under the 3. So let's see if this bit's going to be. No. Let's get another bit then. Let's go and cut this one to 2 notches under the 3. Put you over there. And then 2 notches under the 6. I'll put you over there. And then that bit's going to fit onto there nicely. And you get all your little offcuts, which some of them I keep, some of them I toss in the bin. It depends. Like these bits here, this bit's not really any good for anything, so I'll throw that in the bin. And then for the card itself, let's have a look and see. So you're under there, you're under there, you're on there. So for this one, I'm going to go with this bit. So you go 4 notches under the 6. I did that wrong. 4 notches under the 3, like so, by 4 notches under the 6. And that is going to be that bit that goes on there. This bit should be big enough to do the inside bit, which it is. Pull it down just a tad. And then again, trim it this way to 4 notches under the 6. And then that bit goes onto there. And then you need your main bit for this one, which is going to be this bit. So you need to go again 4 notches under the 6. So I can either take it off this end or I can take it off the other end, which then leaves that bit even. And I'll take that bit off. And then we cut this one down 4 notches under the 6, and then that is that bit to go on there. So that is the main base of the card, and then you have to do this bit here. So the bits for this one, I've got a piece of this paper here, so I can either go with the other side so it breaks that down, or you can go with this side and have more of the pattern on the front, but most of that is probably going to be excuse me, covered over by some of the frog in my throat, by some of the toppers, that's the word I'm looking for. So obviously we're going to use this big one, so let me just pull that out. That's going to go onto there, so it's going to cover that up anyway. So if you got that bit onto there, oops, and then you have that bit there and that bit there, so that's going to come over like so and be like that. And that's going to go down the bottom, and hopefully that bit this bit down here is going to be okay. So let's get that bit, and then we're going to go, I think I'm going to go with the yellow on this one, just because the pattern, I think it's going to be too much to use all of that up. If I wanted to, I could come back in with something that I've got left over from all the other cards that I made, because I've got this bit, but I don't think that one's going to work, so we're going to go with this anyway. So we're going to go now 4 notches under the 3, yeah, no, 4 notches under the 2, that way, and then 4 notches under the 6 that way. So that's going to be the bigger bit, and then you need again the same this way, 4 notches under the 2, and then you need it 4 notches under the 3. So you need 2 of them, 4 notches under the 3, and then that should be all we need to cut that one. I'm just going to bring all this in. Let's put you to the side for a minute. Let's do the main base first. And the glues I'm going to be using are the all-purpose glue and the tacky glue, and these are both Kalau. And I'm going to put these all together. Once I get this glue to come out, I'm just going to put this all down the middle of your cardstock, and then the tacky in the 4 corners, like so. And then place this onto this one. Turn it over. And then do the same on the back of this card, on the mirror card. And then tacky in them 4 corners again. And then place that on here. You just keep going until you've done all your base layers, your mats and your layers and your base onto your base. Same on every piece, like so. Place that onto there. And then turn that over and redo it again. And then again. with your tacky, and then 4 corners, and then place that down onto your base. You might have to give it a good press down so it sticks, as I do at the moment, because the weather is quite hot, so the glue tends to dry a bit quick when it's on the backs of these. So the same again, and there, and then the same again on this one. And lay it down, because the glue takes forever to come to the end of to get it out. So I'm just going to lay it down, so hopefully that'll give it, I won't have to keep struggling trying to get the glue to come out of the nib. Then you place that one onto there. So that's how that's looking at the moment. And then you need this bit. So what I tend to do is use some red liner tape, just because it's easier to stick it down that way. So when you're doing this, you need to remember which way this is going to go on when you've got this there and there. So you need to know, you just flip that over, get your tape and a pair of scissors. You can use thicker red liner than this one if you choose. I'm just using this one because it's the last little dribs and drabs in here. Put that there, and this one over here. This whole thing on this side sticks all the way flat to the base of the card, so you can put a bit more on this one. Come on now, like so. Another bit. And there. And I think I might be able to put just another smidge on this one, just so that you haven't got like that gap, so it sticks down properly. And then what I would suggest you do with this is burn the schist down to make it easier to peel that backing off of there. This backing is a little bit pesky sometimes on this. Pull that off, pull that off, pull that off. And what I suggest you do is you lay your card flat like this, and then decide where you want this to go. So I just need to bring this in for a minute. So I just need to see where he's going to go. Okay, peel that back, peel that off, peel that off, and then place that down like so. I suppose you could do it another way as well. You could do it so that you've put this down first and then just cut your layers for that, but you wouldn't be able to do that bit in there. So this is why I do mine this way. And then we've got to build these up now. So I'm just going to throw these in the bin, get them off my fingers hopefully, and then build these ones up. So because these are paper, I've lost a piece of gold mirror. Where did you go? Don't know where you've gone. So because this is paper mostly, I'm going to use my tape runner on this one. So this is the Hunkydory one, and my glue is decided it wants to leak everywhere now. So you can put your wet glue on here if you like, or you can just go in freehand like me and hopefully hope for the best. And then place your tacky glue onto your all-purpose and your tacky glue onto the same bits as normal. Bring in your card and place them onto the front of that bit there. Same with all the other two pieces, which I've still got to find the other one that I've moved somewhere and I've lost it. It might be there. Let's have a look. Are you my bit? Yeah, there you are. And then we need paper, this one. Oops, that didn't go on very straight. Because I didn't press it down, it will come off. Just trying to get it straight on here. I think it looks straight, and then when you go and take your hand away, it's wonky. Okay. So now for the glue on the back of here. And then your tacky on the corners. Place that onto there. And then again, same on this one. Tape on there. You can use whatever tape you like. It doesn't have to be that one. I've got the Hunkydory one, and I've also got the Crafter's Companion one. I tend to use the Hunkydory one the most. And then the tacky glue and the all-purpose glue on the back of there, like so. And then place that onto there, like so. So that is the card base now. So this is how it will stand when it's done. That's how it looks from an angle, and that's how it looks when it's flat. It folds down flat to go in an envelope, and it'll go in a 6x6 like so. Okay, so next thing, I'm gonna have to sort this out for a minute because glue on my pokey tool is not good. Okay, so now we're going to decide what toppers we're going to use on this bad boy. So because it's going to sit like that, if you put that there, it's going to cover it, hide it. So we might not. Let's have a look. Let's bring in my little penguin. Now, do I want him to go down there? Let's bring in my little turtle. Make sure you can go there. Now I'm going to bring in my elephant. Let me just open that up for a minute. I think my elephant might go on there, maybe. Or my little hippo, maybe. On there. Little hippo can go on there. I mean, little elephant can go on there. Hippo can go on there. And then, what other little ones have I got? Maybe panda. The panda can go on that one, because all of this card will get seen, you see, so And then my little duck. Might go on there. My little sheep and my little hippo. Not the hippo, my little lamb can go there. The thing is, it covers that up a lot, doesn't it? You can go there. And then, what sentiment shall we have? Trying to decide on the sentiment now. So let me just get some foam pads first, and we can start foaming this up. And put one on there. I don't think I need any more than that on there. I think that'll hold it in place, and that's going to go just in there. Still might come in with that giraffe yet. I'm not decided yet. That's going to go there. Just peel off the back ends. We're going to go into there. A little tortoise. I'm going to go on there. A little duck. Don't know if these are going to be too big going that way. They fit on perfect. Another one on this side. I'm going to put them on upside down. I'm going to bring him down in line with that one. So now I just need to decide on this bit. So whether I'm going to come in with that one and put him across like that. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to come in with some more foam pads. Didn't need to put that one on there, silly woman. Hopefully I can get it off. I do have a, what they call it, a residue rubber that takes off the rest. You can't get off. There we go, perfect. Right, just peeling these backings off on this one. Thing is, these Z fold cards do take a lot of time because you have to use a lot of I might have to double up on that, to be fair. Which one do I need to double up on? These ones. these Z fold type cards do take a while to finish off and make up, because there's a lot of layers and stuff. So now we're going to put this one straight on my card up, and then we're going to come in and put this one, hopefully that's in the right place. Yes, perfect. So we've still got that space there. So when the card's open, you will see this bit here when it stands up. So I'm going to come in with, let's get that drawer, my little elephant, and put that on there, put that on there. And stick my elephant, so I'm going to stick the elephant in there. Then I'm going to come in with my little sheep. On there. And this one's going to come to the side a bit, like so. So now we're going to put on sentiment. So we're going to put this one on, best wishes. I need some foam pad that's not going to be too big for this one, hopefully. Wish it wouldn't move when I'm trying to do it. There we go, on that side. Another one. There we go. Yeah, so there might only be the one card from this bit, because it does take a lot, and I'm using a lot of sentiments and stuff on this one. So now I'm going to put this one in as well, best wishes. Now this one might be a little bit too big, so I'm just going to steal a little strip from over here. I might have to trim you off a little bit. And peel the backing off if I can get it off. Which I can't. There we go. Pull it off. So this one is going to go around about there, like so. Best wishes. And this one here, sent with love, is going to go on as well. So this one is going to come up here. Sent with love, which is there. I don't think I need anything else to go on there, because the rest of it ain't going to get seen. So I didn't use, in the end, let's get rid of this rubbish first. So that is that one. Okay, let's move you out of the way. Let's move you, so bring you back in. So I didn't use all of them, so I've still got the little cat and the penguin and the crocodile, and I've still got this one, the little cow on it, and the lion and the bear. I could have put more on there if I wanted to. Could have put the crocodile on there. I could have put the crocodile there, could have put it there maybe. Let's have a look. Might just use the crocodile and leave the other two. And put it there. Oops. I could do it so it comes across like that. Like that. I think I'm not going to use the crocodile. What I'm going to do is use this Time to Celebrate, I think. the top. So it's going to come on that way. Hopefully. Foam pad seems to have moved slightly. This is going to come, let me just fold this over for a minute. So I can come there. And do that, that's it. So now I've still got the penguin, the little cat, the little crocodile, and then the 3 sentiments, which I've still got some sentiments left over, I've still got some card toppers left over from my other topper sheet that I was working with the last video, the last card making video that I did. I was going to say the last video, but the last video would be an unboxing, so that wouldn't be right. Yeah, so that is it for this video. Because I don't do these cards very often, it does take me a while to put them together, especially when I'm using a lot of little toppers as well. But I'm quite happy with that, I really like that one. That'll come in handy for my grandson when it's his birthday this year. Yeah, so that is it for this video, guys. Thanks for watching, and as always, I do appreciate all your support and all your messages on YouTube. Do really appreciate them, and I do answer every single one of you. So until the next video, take care and happy crafting. Bye for now.